You were telling me just before we came on there that no major problems at the Javea Town Hall, only easy things and good things to fix, all positive.
For me, I mean, I don't speak for the other councillors, I don't know.
Of course, in social services, we are cool. But also, you are the major media representative for expats, and your video has been loved by both the expat community and the local community.
It has, yes. It has been great, really, like being able to spread all the tradition for the expats and also for the locals. And so many locals have told me that they loved the video and that they love that we are spreading this knowledge,
All right. So media was there with Bay Media and the camera crew. So explain for those who haven't seen it, how did he direct you? What did he ask you to do?
We were in the historical center to talk about the symbolism in San Juan, because we all know like the big events, the parades, the fireworks, everything. But I wanted to talk about the symbols, the plants, the fire. And so we talked about the small details that make you understand it better and understand our personality better as well.
The story behind everything.
Yes, that's it.
No, it was very good. Really enjoyed it. And it's great to see you. You're like a natural on the camera as well. So good. Well done. Anyway, we look forward to watching more because you are booked again.
You will, I think, in September for the Loreto Fiestas in the Puerto.
Excellent. We look forward to that. So Bay Media will be popping along again, and we'll have that up on our socials, of course, and on our YouTube channel, and of course at Javea Town Hall. We were almost about to talk about health prevention when we last spoke a month ago, but we had plenty of other things going on and some other questions which we had to answer first of all. We need to do it now because we're right in the middle of it now, the first major heat wave of the summer. It's not July. Well, it is now, but when it started it wasn't, but it felt like July and August last week.
Yes, it did.
Terrible.
Heat waves all the time. And so we have to, be careful about that.
We do. And I guess it does create a number of issues for the town hall and certainly the health centres.
It does. Yes. So, the health centre helped me create like this general prevention plan for everyone.
Excellent.
That I'm going to share. So, sun protection is very important. SPF always 30 or higher. Renew it every 2 hours and after bathing. Avoid sun exposure between 12 and 4. I know we like to go outside, we like to go to the beach, but you're going to get sunburned or worse.
You know the phrase, mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun?
No, please don't. Don't. Yes, and if you do wear hats, sunglasses, like clothing, drink a lot of water frequently, even if you are not thirsty, because if you feel thirsty, that's because you are dehydrated already, so before that, keep drinking. Avoid, I know, fiestas, but avoid alcohol, sugary soft drinks and caffeinated drinks because they also dehydrate you. And if you do drink them, water after that. Then food, light meals, fruit, vegetables, things with water in them. Salad. Avoid heavy meals, especially during the hottest days of the day, the hottest hours, sorry. And to prevent heat stroke, never leave anyone inside a closed vehicle. Yeah,
sadly, we had a situation like that just yesterday.
And we think it's going to be okay, but it's not. It's just not.
Tragic consequences.
Yeah. Cool off frequently, showers, air conditioning, like we do here.
Yes, like we have in the studio.
And keep a special eyes on vulnerable people, like, children,
the elderly,
or the elderly.
Are
yes.
most at risk,
yes. Yeah. And if you go to the beach or the swimming pool, make sure that you respect the flags and what the lifeguards tell you.
Flags are always there on the lifeguards' steps, aren't they?
Yes,
in the middle,
they are. So green, okay. Yellow, not that good. Red, do not go into the water.
And jellyfish flag, jellyfish.
Jellyfish, that's it. Do not dive head first into unfamiliar areas, because here we have like some big rocks, and we had some trouble last year because a girl in the tango, she jumped and she died.
Oh no!
Because she,
jumping from high spaces off the rocks.
That's
into
it.
The water.
You don't see what's under you. So
and that's also true of people who are holidaying in villas. Not all villas have very deep pools. In fact, most of them don't.
That's it. So just be careful. Your feet first, your head last, if possible. Then we have rock beaches. So suitable footwears for areas with rocks and stones. You should, if you don't want.
€10 for a pair of the sandals for going in the water. It's Better safe than sorry.
And also because we have a lot of hedgehogs.
So
you might step into them. Yes, that's it. We call it bogamarins in Valenciano. Such a beautiful word.
It's a great word.
Yeah, and then avoid touching marine animals. Do not touch or take the jellyfish out. I understand. Many people do that.
They do.
Don't, because it's their house, not yours. You are a stranger there, so you just have to respect them. I understand you don't want to get, bitten or whatever, but respect them. And, well, turtles are very usual in here as well, and they are protected. So if you see a turtle or a trace, you should call 112 to let them know.
Are they still laying eggs at this time of year?
I think so. They started in June. I don't know if they've finished now, but maybe you can find them. And digestion cut or hydrocushion, it could happen as well. So that means if you have a sudden change in temperature between your body and the water, you could get
from extreme hot to cold.
Yes, that's it.
Although the sea has been 26 Celsius, but some pools could be colder.
Good. I don't know. And they could cause cardiorespiratory arrest. So it's not joke. It's no joke.
Well, it's also that as well. If you think about it, going straight into a cold shower or something. So
the same it happens. So you enter the water gradually, avoid eating large quantities of food before swimming, and you stay hydrated. And you should also avoid exercise after eating, because it could happen as well, like your body temperature because of the sweat and the hot outside. And it could happen as well if you are very hot and drink very cold water.
Yeah.
So if you do, you have to drink, slowly. And then basic first aid actions. Heat stroke, you move the person to a cool place, you offer water if the person is conscious, you apply wet cloths or cold showers, and you call 112 if they are fainting, confusion, high fever, whatever. If you have stings, jellyfish, insect, mosquitoes, things like that, do not rub the area. In jellyfish, you have to wash the area with seawater, never fresh water. You remove the remains or pieces with tweezers. And if you do it with your hand, make sure it's protected with gloves, because, it can get infected. You can apply cold for pain relief for about 15 minutes without rubbing. And you could use a cream as well. They sell it in the pharmacies. But if you have trouble, just go to the Cruz Roja or to the lifeguards in the beach, and they will help you, of course. Insects. Remove stink if seen, local cold, monitor allergic reactions, and again, the cream. The creams are great. Spiderfish sting. Right. That happens in here as well. Yeah. It does, yes. So that's different. You should immerse the area in hot water, 45 to 50 degrees, for 60 to 90 minutes, so the venom can be inactivated by heat. Okay.
I mean, it's almost like, how would you know if it's a spiderfish or a jellyfish that's got you? Is there a different? Obviously, you can see the difference.
Yes. Then. What do you say? Sea orchid?
Sea urchin.
Okay, removal of the spines, because they will stay in you. Cleaning and disinfection of the area, and the use of heat to help dissolve the spines if they don't come out.
And they're protected now, sea urchins, aren't they?
They are.
I know they used to be a delicacy, but I think they are in some restaurants available.
They are right now, but it's very controlled.
Sustainable,
Yeah, that's it. And in wounds and cuts, you wash with soap and water, apply pressure if bleeding, cover with sterile gauze, but you just go to the health center, if they're deep or they're dirty. And some things happen with fish hooks as well.
True.
Yes.
We can get them in the water, left, or they've come off the...
So if the point of the fish hook is close to the surface of the skin, always advance the fish hook forward, never backwards.
Because that's where the barbs are.
That's it. And up and through the skin. And then cut it off just behind the barb with a pair of pliers. But again, you go to the health center if you don't know how to do it, just in case. And sunburn or thermal burns, that happens all the time, every day.
Yeah.
Cool the area, not ice, water, okay? Do not apply homemade creams, it could be worse. Use moisturizing creams or creams with aloe vera. Yeah. Consult if there are blisters, fever, or intense pain. And finally, drowning. You remove the person from the water only if it's safe to do so. Yeah. You check for breathing. If not, you start CPR and call 112. And if they are breathing, you place in a lateral safety position. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen it. But as the health center told me, the best emergency is the one that is prevented. So just be careful this summer.
In the first place.
I know we like risk and adventure, but take care of yourself.
And sunburn is just one of those so common. And these days, I think people, in the past, didn't really worry too much about it. And there's lots of advice now. The UV's burnt on a 10 now for weeks.
But the thing is, I think people before knew more about natural resources and nature in general. We don't right now. So we need the advice.
Yeah.
They were more aware.
People knew the natural cures perhaps a while ago. But, the sun is probably quite a lot more intense than we've seen in the years where we've been.
And right now we're having so many heat waves and more are going to come.
And in such a short space of time, it can be really quite bad, the sunburn. Really, even...
Not to alarm anybody, but people die from heat stroke. So it's not a joke.
You do need to worry about it. You do need to think about it and be careful, as we said, with the very older people and the very young.
Yes, sure.
As well. So many thanks to the health centre as well for helping us out on that one. In fact, why don't we jump to one of our other subjects today, because the Arenal Health Clinic is now open.
It's open.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's moved from where it was. We'll come back to that situation as well.
Mm-hmm. Right now, the new place is right next to the Arenal School. Mm-hmm. So that's Calle Bruselas, number 103, I think. So I think it's in Google already.
The road behind the commercial centre. So
that's it. Yeah, over there. And that's great for parking. So that's really good. And it's there. It has been. They have been working since the 15th of June, and they are going to keep on working until the 30th of September.
Excellent.
So you can go there from 8 to 3.
General emergencies then.
General emergencies, yes. Monday to Friday.
Go to the Salute. You don't need to go to the Salute if you're in the Arenal area. You can go to there. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
And they're going to be there.
Has moved, hasn't it, from Javea Park, where in previous years it was on the playground, but now there have been some major developments there.
So Javea Park has become a park for children and adults and everyone, And they have playground for kids, football and basketball fields, ping pong, shaded areas, everything. It's huge and it's gorgeous.
It's such a great job as well.
Yes.
It really looks great. And the kids couldn't wait to get out and play. And they're there every day. It really gets used all the time, isn't it? Yeah,
so it's going to be open in the summer from 8 until 10 at night and in the winter from 8 to 8.
Okay, so that's the new Javea Park.
Park, yeah. Yes.
And while we're on the subject of new things, well, it's a new old thing that we've been talking about for a very long time.
The pool is finally open,
right. Without issue?
No, it's okay now.
It's all okay.
It's okay now, yeah, finally.
Right.
So the pool opened yesterday to the public. It's going to be open from Monday until Friday from 7 to 10 at night, and then Saturdays 8 till 2. Mm-hmm. There are swimming courses for the children. I think they are all booked, but they are going to open new ones, so, pay attention to that.
Watch for the space.
And you can make a reservation for a swimming lane if you want to go, like free swimming.
Oh, okay.
And July and August are going to be free. So you can go now, just try it out and tell us what you think.
And where is it exactly?
Well, just behind the sports hall.
Yeah, in Javea Port.
Yes, and the main entrance has kind of changed because if you are an athlete and if you have a reservation or things like that, you have to go through the pool's door, not the other one.
I see.
And the pool's door is right next to, that field, that football field they have just in front of the sports hall. So that is where the door is.
All right. I'm sure the professionals will know where they have to
Yes,
go.
yes, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And everything's fine now. There were some teething problems for a while. Drainage is okay.
Yes.
Everything good.
Everything's clean and
No
people
children can get their arms stuck in anything.
Oh,
It's all
no.
good.
Please, no.
Right. No,
It's
I'm not wishing that. I'm just saying.
And it's really nice. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, it's beautiful.
Excellent. I've not been.
Well, you can go.
Glad that it's there, and now that it's open finally. It was a long saga and it was a long, drawn-out
Yes.
situation, but all the health and safety rigmarole had to be sorted out. And
It has been a
finally
project
is.
of many, many years and many, many different councils, but it's finally open and it's for the people, and that's what matters.
Excellent. Well done to everybody involved. I know it wasn't easy at times.
No,
but,
it wasn't.
Okay, now, coming up, International Festival on Thursday. We
Yes.
like this. It means food.
It means food. It means
No, it means
dancing.
food. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, food mainly, but it means dancing, it means integration, it means, getting to know people from other cultures that live here.
Yeah.
And maybe you can go to the cultural spots that the countries have so you can learn more about them. So, just...
We have quite a lot. How many? Do we know exactly how many
I
different
don't know.
nationalities we have now in Javea?
In Javea, I think it's 130 almost.
Amazing.
Things like
but
that.
look, I mean, I just come back to the food because the food is amazing, but there are lots of cultural events taking place as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
But again, remember what we said about the heat because it is scorchio still out there.
Yeah, but the Festival Internacional is always in the afternoon, evening.
And that's
So-
it's like really hot before you go, and then gets better as you.
Yeah, but if you go in the hot hours, just wear a hat.
Indeed.
And drink.
Starting on Avenida Augusta then Thursday. Right. And now, something that's been also dogging us for a while in Javea is the rubbish tax. And you've got some new information.
Yes. So, I explained it here a few months ago that we had to change the rubbish tax because there's a new law from the central government in Madrid, and so we had to adapt like the real cost of the rubbish, of the waste, to what people pay in taxes. And so we had to do like a major study to
work that out,
adapt
basically.
that. Yeah, but we know it's going to be a huge adjustment for many, and that's why we have reduced the EV tax as well, so that it can be like compensated.
So it's equaled out.
Yes, so people don't have to suffer that much. So the waste collection has been tailored to each cadastral reference, and that has been an exhaustive review of the municipal register, the Padrón, and there was an IT mistake, and some people have paid the rubbish tax already,
I see.
to yesterday, I think. But that has been sorted out, so people are getting their money back.
Okay.
And what they are going to do from the economical area is they are going to send letters to everyone in Javea. If you have like direct payment, like domicile directly from the bank.
Direct debit.
Yeah, so you're going to get just the amount and the explanation of what you have to pay, and that's it. And it's going to get taken from your bank. If you do not, you're going to receive a letter with a QR code with all the explanations, but also the QR code to be able to pay through that. Okay? And if you have a payment plan, because I know some people
people do.
have, it's going to be directly modified. So you don't have to do anything. It's
Okay,
going to be
that's good
changed.
news.
Yeah. So in July, notification sent, and then the receipt is going to get to your houses as well. If you have doubts, trouble, you think something's not right, you can go to the economic area that's in Calle Mayor, okay? And you can ask them whatever. Maybe you think, okay, I'm a retired person and I deserve the discount for retired people, and I don't have it here.
Right.
So you can go there and tell them, this happened, okay? They will sort it out for you. And then a new change is also the establishments. It has changed. Before, the one that was doing the activity was the one charged with the rubbish tax, but it has changed because the one that has to be charged is the owner of the property.
I see.
Okay, so now if you are the owner of the property, you're going to get the rubbish tax. Then you can issue a bill to the renter for them to pay it. Okay, but you are the one that are going to pay it first.
The owner is the person who's going to get the bill.
And then you just issue a bill to the renter, and that's it. And then tourist accommodation, that is a major change because before they paid just as houses, and right now they're going to pay as houses and also as an activity, because that's what it is.
Like a business.
Yes, that's it. So maybe you've cancelled your license, but if it's not reflected on the padrón, where they closed it, I think it was in June, you're going to pay the full fee. So you will have like the change for next year.
I see.
But again, if you have trouble, just go to the economic area and they're going to explain it to you. So for those of you who have received the receipt and have paid the tax, don't worry, because they are going to give it back to you. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you are going to get a 1% discount as well for the mistake.
For the early withdrawal.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So that's what I can say for the rubbish tax. So just, you know.
All right, well, that's quite clear. And, you know, I know it's been, another trial to get all of that sorted out, because you've got to look at every single property and work out the values and the
a lot of time.
taxes.
The people in the team in the economical area have done a great job with that. And it has been like very exhaustive, and they've tried to do it like the best they can.
No, I think it's important that we point that out, you know, I mean, because nobody likes paying tax, but ultimately we have to.
Because before we just had one single tax and that's it. And right now it's adapted, and I think it's fair, in a way.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah, so thanks to the team for that. Right, next month we'll talk a little bit about the drugs campaign and a number of other things. But for now, Raquel Violero, Councillor, that was a lot today. Thanks very much to everybody that helps put things together as well for our chat this afternoon. And we'll talk again in a month. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.